I can still hear my channel name, man.
Nobody don't care about your stuff, man. Don't play with me while I'm online. Yeah.
I'm not even on yet.
What's going on? What's going on? I'm waiting until a couple of people get online. Hey. I know everybody heard this governor that got busted with this Ku Klux Klan or blackface, and a lot of people saying that he should resign. I'm not in agreement with that. And I know people say, "What you mean? He racist?" First of all, in the time that he grew up, everybody was racist in his demographic. Every white person that's over 70 was racist before. Just like the basketball person that owned that basketball player, he was racist when racist was accepted. Hey. And so when people talking about somebody that was 20 years old or 25 or how old he was and college should resign, I don't think he should. In them days, 40 years ago, the country was racist. The country was segregated. And so if everybody's going to resign for what they did in the past, we shouldn't have no presidents. We shouldn't have no older presidents. We shouldn't have no politicians in office, because every last one of their families, somebody in their family or them themselves, have some kind of racial issues in them days. So why are we digging up the past? Why are we digging up the past talking about racism? Don't bring up the man's past. What have he did now that was racism? Because 40 years ago, the whole country was racism. We talked about, we segregated, couldn't get on the bus, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And so when you bring up the past and bring up these people like they had on, I think that was CNN, King's daughter, talking about a 25-year-old and his racistness. Well, in that time, that's what they did. And so, of course, you're going to, us as young people, just like now, we look up to people that's ahead of us, or we look up people that's older than us. And the older generation back then, when he was 20, was racist. And the people that he was 20 and they was 50 and 60 that he was looking up to, they was racist. And so I don't judge nobody for a photo from 40, 50 years ago to prove what their character is now. Because everybody had some of that in them. No, black people are racist with themselves. Meaning, I'm not going into a black neighborhood without looking over my shoulder. Not because I'm looking for a white man to kill me. I'm looking for a black man that may shoot me and kill me or take my car or steal my purse. And so I'm racist to my own race because I don't trust them. I know what an area I live in. I live in a black neighborhood where they killing, stealing, all of that. And so I can't judge a white person or a Caucasian person for the past. You know, that's what the country was then. I can't go back when 40 years ago and pull up pictures and say, oh, they racist. Yeah, they was. If I was him, y'all say, yes, I was racist. That's what I grew up with. See, I would own it. I say we try to act like the 40 or 50 years didn't happen. That happened. We was in that area. It was segregation. It was you can go to this bathroom, you can't go to this bathroom. You can go to this restaurant, you gotta sit on the back of the bus. That's what it was. If you wanna take people's jobs and take people's livelihood because what they did 40, 50 years ago, we shouldn't have transportation. Everybody that was in transportation 50 years ago shouldn't even have no license to own a business. Or those that own restaurants shouldn't have no license to own a restaurant, because that's what we was. We had to learn from our mistakes and the way we grew up to learn something new. But I'm not going to damn a person for a picture that's 40 years or older. He was in high school. He was growing up in that age and that time. To damn him in his job because of what he did 40 years ago. So I don't like all of this past coming back and you judge from what you did in the past. Because we did a lot of us, if we look in our closets, we got every last one of us, including myself, have some bones in my closet. If everybody look in their closets and you tell me your closet clean and you ain't got no skeletons in your closet, then you can judge. Everybody got skeletons in this spot. We don't live for the past. We live for what you're doing now. And what have you done for me lately? What have you done to me lately? Not for what you did 40 years ago when you was a minor and growing up in that atmosphere. That's what the atmosphere was. Because we ain't in that atmosphere now. Don't be pulling up no picture from 40 years ago, digging it up from the vote. It ain't like that's some person that just wanna start some mess or bring up this racial stuff again. Like that picture just magically took itself. That picture been there. They just wanted to hold on to it until it benefit them. I don't want to hear that garbage. Give me some truth. Give me some what you doing now. Don't show me a man in a Ku Klux Klan and a black face. You know, come on, I want to see that. What have he done now? If he did something racist now, okay, we can throw him under the bus. If he said something bad now, we throw him under the bus. If he said something bad about another race now, then we throw him, but not no 40 years ago. Come on now. Now you don't tie up abortion. I think they tying up abortion and racism at the same time. They're two different things. Oh, come on, stop trying to do like they do with these disease shots, what they call them, immunizations or whatever they call them things that I ain't took in years. Trying to combine things together to make it fit. Them two different situations. Okay, if he got something with abortion, you deal with that. He doesn't really deal with that. Don't be trying to loop both of them together like they one and the same. They two different things. Sure, I can't put Miracle Whip with mustard. Oh, I can put Miracle Whip with mustard. They good. But I can't put Miracle Whip with peanut butter. They two different things. That's some nasty stuff. They don't mix. Tell me somebody ate a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. They must be pregnant. But I don't fall for that. I mean, I've been looking. Let me see what y'all saying. Hold on. Let me go back. Cause I ain't seen what y'all saying. What's up, cowboy man? Yeah. Okay, what's up, bro? Hey, how you doing? Come on, say something. I know you want to. Brian, what's up, bro? This does not matter. Chan. Come on. The Beefy Boys on love all people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sure, you live on the south side. That's what you got to. What about? Yeah, I love all. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love everybody too. He made a mistake and not white, and I forget. Yes, I mean, and look, I'm not going to say he made a mistake. You can't say that. See, when you say you make a mistake, that means you accidentally did that. I'm not gonna go to say he made a mistake. That was just the culture they lived in. Just like I can't talk about people that doo-dooed in outhouses and wipe their booty with straws. That's just the culture they lived in. We look at that and we like, oh, you nasty. Why you ain't use no toilet paper? Why you didn't? We can't look at the past and say, well, they made a mistake. That's just what they was growing up in. They grew up in that environment, and so 9 times out of 10, you take on the culture of the environment at that time. You know, at that time, that's what the environment was. And so we can't judge on the environment back then to the environment now. Just like back in the day, homosexuality wasn't tolerated. Just matter of fact, just 10 years ago. But now look where we at. I can't say, just like they did with Kevin Hart, trying to make him apologize for a joke he did 10 years ago or 15 years ago, how long it was he did the joke about a gay person. That was the culture we was in. Everybody talked about that and talked that way. It wasn't acceptable back then. It was looked upon and frowned upon. We can't judge somebody from what era they was from, and what situation they was in at that particular time. You know, that's what they was doing. You know, cause I say if I was white or a different color, and that's what kind of scenario that my family grew up in, and I grew up in that. Of course, I'm gonna have their views because it says train up a child the way it should go. So kids learn from their parents. So he's 25 years old. He learned from his parents and their parents that grew up into that part of history. And so we can't take history and try to correct history now. That's history. Let that go. As long as he ain't emulating none of that now, or none of that's coming out of his skin now, or none of that's coming out of his mouth now, forget that bull crap. I'm sorry. Forget it. And I'm black. And I know Tabo gonna say, "Are you black?" No, but I don't know what that's all about. That's stupid. I don't think nobody over 70 should be blamed for what they did as far as segregation and racism back then. Because that's what they grew up in. That's their culture they grew up in. United States had that before we had the Emancipation Proclamation. That's what culture they was growing up in. And so see, that new cowboy gonna say that. And say, like you said, being gay is wrong. Yeah, in the Bible, we know that the Bible talks against that. And back in the day, everybody talked about that, how it was wrong. But now you say something about that, you get sued. You get sued, you get ostracized, you get what they call it, circumcised, you get all that. But I don't blame nobody from what they was brought up in. I don't blame nobody from what they was brought up in. I'm sorry.
The band's here now.
Close the door. I don't care about him here. I don't love him. Okay, that's good. I'm not a man here. I ain't following no man like that. He ain't my type. I like girls. Oh, I see, that was my son messing with me. I like girls. He ain't nothing about the man here like I'm looking for him. I'm not looking for him. But we the real Christians. Yeah, we are. The thing is, I forgive. If God can forgive people that's killing him, I can forgive. I don't care what you've done. It's what you're doing. You know, Paul persecuted Christians. Then he helped Christians. You know, so I'm not going to look at nobody's past and judge it by no photo. Because that may have been a Halloween cartoon or a Halloween party or something. You know? When he was going to dress up like Michael Jordan? Well, come on. I mean, come on now. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get how they pulling these old photos out their pocket, talking about judge them. They need to step down. Come on, man. If that's the case, have the Senate, have the Senate and the House of Representatives need to step down. If that one person needs to step down, every last one of them needs to step down. Anybody that had anything to do with segregation, if their family has something to do with segregation, all of them don't benefit from segregation then. If you benefit from segregation, if you want to do it the right way, then do it the right way then. Don't have, I want to say the word have booty it, but it's another word that I can't use. But if you're going to do it right, do it right. If you had anything to do with any kind of segregation, or your granddaddy or grandmama, I say two generations removed, then okay, you can't have anything. But that's not right either. None of that's right. You can't judge somebody on what era they grew up in. We all make mistakes. And it ain't no mistake. It's just, that's what you grew up in. You know? If I grew up putting wood in my stove, I can't apologize for me putting wood in my stove. I made a mistake because I put wood in my stove. No, I ain't making a mistake. That's what area I grew up in. We had wood in our stove. If I grew up with having no shoes on, walking down the street, well, that was age we grew in. We ain't had no concrete like we got now. We maybe had sand or bricks. But I can't apologize and say, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, that's the cop out. Then now you look like you're guilty. If I was him, I would own it. Like, yeah, I grew up in that area, and I may have some of them attributes now, but with time of learning and getting a better sense of knowledge of people and growing and maturing, I have cleaned up my thought patterns, and I no longer think that way anymore. And that would have been it. So trying to dress it up and sweeten it up and I made a mistake, you ain't making no mistake. That's what you grew up in. I'm sorry, I just had to, I don't know. Yeah, people might be angry. Yeah, that's why they don't want to do their tax exempt. Yeah, and I know that. People don't want to tell the truth. I tell people I don't hate the person. I don't even hate the sin because I can't hate the sin because I'm not the judge. I don't like the sin. I don't agree with the sin, and I'm not gonna accept the sin. I'm not gonna promote the sin. I'm not gonna be accessory to a sin. I believe if you're a pastor and you married a person that's of the same sex, then you're responsible for them your part in that sinful act. That's like being an accessory of the crime. You didn't have to pull the trigger to kill nobody. You just had to be in the car to drive the car to them. Yeah, you didn't go in there. You didn't pull the trigger. Or you didn't buy the gun. But you drove the car, gave them transportation to get where they need to go. And so if you a pastor and you getting them married, you gave them the transportation to be legal married. And so you gave them, you didn't do the act. You didn't go down there and sleep with that person. But you gave them the transportation and legal rights to say it's okay.
I'm finna go use the bathroom.
And so yeah, man, I'm a person. I tell people everybody can change. Everybody everybody can get if through God, and I'm not one of the people that I'm afraid to say what God say, because I'm not telling you what God I say. I'm telling you what the Word say. The Word says a man shouldn't sleep with a man as a man, and a woman shouldn't sleep with a woman as she do a woman. And you take that as you want. Don't get mad at me. You get mad at the Word. It says don't wear apparel of a man. A man should wear apparel of a woman. A woman shouldn't wear the apparel of a man. And so that's what the Word says. See, so I didn't say it. Y'all authorized it. So y'all authorized in 1776, and y'all said in God we trust. Stand on it then. That's it. So, all of this, you get to choose what sex you are. Sex is not a choice. Sex is something that you're born with. You making a choice. It ain't like putting on no underwears and no clothes. I mean, I'm sorry, that ain't what I wanted to talk about. But that's what Floyd S. brung up. So I had to address that for a minute. See, when you ain't saying what people don't like, then you lose people. I might have lost about 10, 15 subscribers because I say I don't think he should leave his job. Just like I don't think that dude that was say he whatever his name that lost the Clippers should have lost his team. He 89, 81, 83 years old. Yes, he was racist back then. Matter of fact, the whole NBA was racist when he first owned the team. He owned the team when they didn't have black people in the league. And so don't tell me, if you're going to do that, NBA shouldn't be an NBA then. Pull up some pictures of all white people playing ball. Tell the NBA, well, we think y'all should step down and not play ball no more. Come on, that's just where they grew up. So I don't think he should have lost his thing. Don't get on me with these other people, these celebrities that's getting ousted. But like I say, if you ain't making babies,
that's crazy.
You should not have sex.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say that. Cause sex feels good. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what you're trying to say. If they capable of making babies, they don't need to be attached to one another. But having sex without having a baby feels just as good as making a baby. If I had that concept, shoot, I had about 1,000 babies then, cause shoot, sex feel good. I'm sorry, I ain't just for making babies. That's a first of all, sex is good exercise. It brings up your heart rate, and it messes with your dopamine in your brain, so it makes you comfortable and relax. That's the best relaxed pill that you can ever take is having some sex. See, now y'all got me talking about sex. Who's that said that?
I'm cussing there.
It's sad we live in a world where it's normal to be gay. It's too sad. Yeah, you're right. God also say, go forth and multiply. Can't do that if you ain't with the opposite sex. Yeah. Your sex is meant for a man and a woman that love each other and making a baby. Yeah. And so, I ain't gonna never say, well, I ain't making no baby, baby. I don't need no sex. Skip that. I don't need me some. Skip that. I tell people, sure, before I die, give me one last shot. At least I can go with a smile on my face. If I'm going out, man, well, go out with a bang. And I mean that literally. I'm telling you, boy. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Thank you all 8 people that got on, but then they jumped off like rabbits. They jumped off like rabbits. Yep, sex is meant for a man and a woman that love each other and making a baby. Yeah. Okay. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Yes. It's always to see man dress up and you see that's what I'm saying. That's the problem about this LBTQ whatever they call letters is. You only see the man part. I don't never see a woman. They don't advertise a woman dressing up like a man. They always advertising a man dressing up like a woman. The femininity, the girl, the woman part. You don't see them promoting a woman acting like a man with a suit on. You don't see that. You see only thing when you identify gay and homosexuality and all that. Only thing you look at is the feminine part. Even with the gay lesbians, most of them they dressing up like a girl. So it's all about the women, I guess. And so it's number for a man to look at naked women and women to see naked men. That's nothing. Yeah, buddy. So, again, I thank you all for joining me for this clarification on this. Every person don't think that man should resign. Now, if he have done anything in recent years, maybe when he got elected or in the last 10, 15 years, but don't bring me no photo for no 40 years. Take that and bury it where it should have been buried. Don't bring that stuff up. That's over with. But again, I love y'all, and I'm going to pray. Father God, I thank you for all the subscribers and all the people that joined on the line and gave their comment and gave their concern and just sat here with me in this laundromat where I talk to them, and I thank you for just being with me, and I want you to be with them. I want you to keep them and watch over them and keep their minds and their hearts and their spirit with joy and peace. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. I'll catch y'all later. I love everybody. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful night.
Yeah.